gonna look crazy. There we go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, Train. Yes. Did I bring the cards? I think I did. Oh, let's hope I brought the cards. I did. I got the cards. All right. Let's give people a second to come on in, see what's happening, enjoy the music. Bam. Hit it. Bam. Hit it. Let me adjust this a little bit. We got some time. Popo. Hey. Hit it. Hit it. Hey, Tracy 11. Kanji. Hey, Kanji. You've been here fairly often. Oh, you see the pink. You see the pink. It's pink. Hey, hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Okay. All right, everybody, we are here. I hope you have your drink on today. I have my drink. I have it in my St. Michael's cup. This is a very special, blessed Archangel St. Michael cup with my blessed hot toddy concoction. Oh my goodness, that is delightful. I hadn't tasted it. Oh Lord. This gonna be one, because that thing is delicious. So I have this thing called Winter Tennessee what I like, rum, spice rum. So winter blend. So it's like in a white bottle. It's got a little spice to it, like cinnamon kind of thing. So I added that to this tea that I made in my tea diffuser. And I brought the teas with me because look at this. Isn't this adorable? It is mixed herbs. Look at them flowers. Tea ain't nothing but flowers. These is flowers. And so this tea I got from the Mediterranean store. It has rosebuds, chamomile, linden flower, melissa flower, anise, and fennel. It is delicious. So I put that in there with some sage and I let that steep, So I said, well, it's Sunday check-in. I gotta have a little kick to it. I always be telling people to drink on Sundays. So I got to drink. Hey, Amma, I am pretty in pink. Thank you so much. Look at Archangel Michael slapping them down. I love it. Ooh. Oh, that is delicious. Ooh. What y'all drinking? I bet y'all ain't as fancy as me. Anyway, so I had a wonderful weekend. As if y'all seen it, y'all know. I was in the Crew of Boo parade, one of the first parades back here in New Orleans since COVID. And it wasn't until I was in the middle of the shit that I was like, this don't feel very safe. But the tequila was like, get it started. So I was like, woo! So I had a good time. It was awesome. It was the best thing ever. Can I just tell you that? With my bike group, Sisters on Wheels. Sisters on Wheels. My bike group, Sisters on Wheels. We rented bikes from New Orleans' finest bike rental, a Black-owned bike rental shop in the French Quarters. And they have, come on, Trina, I saw you. I saw your comment. And so they're a Black-owned bike shop, and he has these bikes, these cruiser bikes with motors on them. Now, we didn't get to use the motors, of course, in the parade, but after the parade, we went on a bike ride. We went all up and down the river. It was wonderful. I have to say, I am grateful. I am grateful. I have a good time with life sometimes. But I want you to know that I work hard at that. I do. I work hard at being happy. I do. I work hard at being happy. All right. So we got some things to do. It is 7:07. I'm gonna try to get y'all out of here on time. 7:30. So I want to talk about. I did a little blurb, a little TikTok. I'm on the TikToks. I'm so old. Did you hear me sound like your grandmama? I'm on the TikToks. Like, shut up, grandma. Anyway, I am on the TikToks. Look at Mojo Peak. Mojo Peak trying to. Y'all can't see Mojo Peak on Instagram, but on YouTube, Mojo Peak just on the slick got in the shot. Let me see if y'all can see Mojo Peak in her spot. Anyway, so I did a little TikTok thing about facing your fears, and so that's what we're gonna do this week. Now, I had kind of gotten out of the idea that Sunday check-in is literally for us to focus on a thing to do this week, or a thing to pay attention to this week. So I want to get back to that, right? Mama lay why sometimes I get sidetracked. I'm kicking off my house shoes is what I'm doing. I'm getting comfortable. Is what I'm doing. So anyway, we're going to talk about picking something and facing our fears. Hey, Danny, how you doing, mama? Facing your fears. This is part of living a joyful life, right? Part of the reason that I find the energy and the time and the forethought to live a happy life is because I have a strategy for checking off the things that scare me. And not like in the sense of, oh, it's my bucket list, I'm do something that scares me. No, when you get rid of the things that's hanging over your head that be nagging at you, it helps you to relax and not stress so much. So, even though we have to have good times, we also got to put in that work. One of the things I put on my hashtag all the time is spiritual tools, do the work. So we're going to talk about doing the work today. So I got this prayer. I got my good old faithful. I'm so excited. I was talking to somebody and they was like, look, Mama Lewa, I got the book. So they got this book. Now their book is all fancy because apparently they done reprinted it. Hey, Chuck, they done reprinted it since this is history right here. But it's all, nice in a paperback and looking clean and sleek and things. But it's the same book. So we're going to do our prayer from this because this prayer that I got today is just so perfect. This is Master Meditations for Life, Health, and Success by Paul Martin Brunette. I always pick from this one because this is my favorite prayer book, especially when I need a little pick-me-up. This prayer book be, is this it? Yes, I thought I lost it because this was my bookmark, my little two thing. Don't judge me. I got a bridge and stuff be getting caught in it. I be needing tools. That's what I'm saying. And that ain't no spiritual tool. Anyway, here go our prayer. It's called I Am Success. Let me take a little drink of the wonderfulness. Am I the only one drinking? This is disrespectful. Now, how long? Instagram ain't, shoot. Instagram ain't letting me see y'all saying anything. All right, here we go. I am success. Divine mind is the most certain and successful power in the universe. Mind created me for success. So divine mind is the creator. It's the energy that keeps us all going. With truth, I changed the inferiority into superiority and smashed the old patterns with vim and vigor. This business of being a success is simply a matter of attention. I do not scatter my energy on what might have been. I accomplish each day what I set out to do. Sorry, the people are outside being loud. There is no room in my consciousness for excuses. I meet and defeat every adverse circumstance. I have the faith and the courage of God. The bigger the opportunity, the greater the response in me. It would not have appeared unless I was ready for it. Come on, y'all. My opportunity for success and I are one. I devote myself to what I know I can do. I practice the principles of successful living. I unify now with the endless power that runs the universe. It is the most successful power there is, and I am guided, directed, energized by this power that never fails. I let my light shine. I let my light so shine that men shall see my good works, and I glorify my Father, Mother, God. My success blesses all, helps all, and circulates good for all mankind. God created me for success, and I know it. Father, I am grateful for this successful understanding that inspires me constantly. Come on now. You can't help but win with that prayer. It ain't nothing that's going to stand in your way that can't be moved. You know what I'm saying? This is a prayer right here. I like prayers that give you power. I like prayers that call forth the energy, the partnership that you have with the universe for success. I love that. I love that. I love that. I absolutely love it. And when we think like that, it's not that it magically makes the problems disappear, but it gives us the fortitude to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? To figure it out. So that I like that to lead into what we're talking about, which is facing your fears. Hold on. Who drinking tea? Kanji, you drinking tea? Yay. So I had this thing hanging over my head, and there's a few of them. So first thing first, let's talk about that. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm hot. All right, here we go. Whew. When them flashes hit me, you know what I'm saying? Shoot. Anyway, so when you have multiple things hanging over your head, it gets overwhelming. It does. And so what we do is we put everything on the back burner and we say, okay, I'm going to get to it later because I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I'm intimidated. It's common. It happens to us all. Y'all act like y'all don't see that right there, acting crazy. Anyway, it happens to us all. And so when I find myself putting things off, especially like a plethora of things, like it's 5 things on my list that I have put off for weeks, then I know I have to sit down and face it. And the first thing I ask myself is, first of all, what are the things that I need to put my attention to? What have I been putting off? Right? Shut up, Mama. She laughing at me. What are the things that I've been putting off? So, for example, last week and the week before and the week before, I said I'm going to sit down and redo my budget. You know, because that was the thing that I told y'all on the TikTok that I tackled yesterday. And I knew that it was something I needed to do. I knew it wasn't going to be so hard. But for some reason, I had been putting it off, putting it off, putting it off. And I've learned to recognize if I say I'm going to do something and for some reason I keep putting it off, there is something in that action or in that thing that is intimidating to me. So I'm going to share with y'all my system so that maybe this week you can pick one of those things that is intimidating to you and knock it on off your list. Okay? Because the real thing is that when you face it, first of all, it releases some of the stress that you're carrying. Second of all, it opens up the pathway that it had been blocking. Okay. So like, for example, when I did my budget, I had to sit down. There were a couple of phone calls that I needed to make that I was like, I don't really know what to say, what to do, or who to call. So I knew that was something I needed to focus my attention on. So let's go through the steps because there's steps to this. I follow the same steps every time. First, I look at the list. What are the things that I am putting off? And then I make a list. Literally, I make a list. For me, lists help me to focus. Everybody can't do lists, but that is my thing. So if you have another way of keeping track of the thing, what you can't do is do it in your head. I'm just going to keep it in my head. That is the best way not to follow through. So maybe you need to record it. Maybe you need to write it. Maybe you need to type it and send it to yourself as an email. Whatever your thing is, figure out how to create that short list. Now, the other thing is I keep it short. I read somewhere that it is more effective to deal with a short list so that you can see success as opposed to having a very long list. So you get a short list of things that you've been putting off, right? Then you create a plan. You pick one thing and you create a plan. We always say, oh, I'm going to deal with that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to finish that. But we don't say how. So then we have it in our mind, good intentions to take care of that thing that has been hanging over our head. But we haven't made a plan. And when we don't have a plan, we don't know where to start. So I made a plan. First thing I had to do was to figure out what were my outstanding bills and what were the dates that they were due. Because I was finding that stuff would come through, this routine. Stuff keeps hitting my account, but I wasn't ready for it. I thought I had more money in the bank than I had, and now I have very much less money because something hit that I wasn't planning on. So I realized I didn't know the dates for things that were coming fairly regularly to my account. So I sat down because you have to make time for whatever your fears are. You got to make time for it. You got to make time to look at it in its eyes and then plan on how to tackle that thing. It's not as scary when you sit down with it and create a plan. It is scary when you think about creating a plan, but it's not as scary when you sit down with it. Y'all still there? It's quiet. Amma took her message back, and now y'all quiet. Lord, today. Anyway, so you got to create a plan, and then take one piece at a time. See, we always want to think of the big picture. And that, to me, like, that'll keep me from doing a lot of things. And I learned this in graduate school. If you take one piece and finish that piece, it gives you enough sense of success to move on to the next piece. And then what you find is, oh, I did 4 things. Now that thing is taken care of. I can move on to the next thing. So this week, I want us to identify something. Y'all go on in there and type in something that you've been putting off for the last couple of weeks, something you've been not wanting to face, something you've been intimidated by. Yes, that was a big word. That's what I'ma say. That's why y'all being quiet. Pick something. So there, and it can be, I'm mopping these floors and listening on earbuds. Look, that's one of the things on my list is mopping my floors. So thank you, Honeycomb, for affirming that that's something I need to revisit. Build in time to face the fears in addition to doing the actual task. That is so important, Amma, because we are told that the action is the thing. That's how you know that you doing stuff. You doing it. But they don't give us the okay to actually sit with it beforehand, to plan, to figure out what is the route for me to get to that thing. Because that's just as important as getting to it. We have to figure out what are the pieces, what are the moving pieces, who do I need to call? Is there resources that I could use? So like for me, Honeycomb, I was saying, really for real, one of my one things on my list is to sweep and mop my floors. And I was like, why am I putting this off? And I realized, y'all, I don't know if y'all gonna hit me on this one. So I have this duster thing because I got a house full of hardwood floors. And so I bought this duster thing, but it's dirty. And so every time I do the floors, it makes me angry because it's just as dirty as the floors. And I was like, I gotta fix this. Either I gotta change the thing or buy a new mop. So I looked at it today and I was like, oh, it's got Velcro on it. I can put it in the washing machine. Now I know a lot of people may already know this, but I did not. And so figured that, like, sitting down with it, looking at the task and coming up with a plan helped me to say, okay, I can take this one. Then I looked at the other one because I got a couple little tools. I say I could put them in the washing machine. So that helped to deal with the thing that was really keeping me from wanting to use my tools. Now, let's back up. I'm like you, honeycomb. Housework gives me anxiety. First of all, I don't have time for it. I'm always on the run. So when I moved into this new apartment here in the tree in the background, I said, okay, I'm gonna have to keep it clean. I'm gonna have to do something. And I sat with the problem. Why is it that it's so hard for you to keep stuff tidy? Now, I already knew the time thing, but I realized that I didn't have the tools I needed. So, for example, I'm not finna be on my hands and knees dusting no head baseboards. I'm not that chick. And I don't want to be sweeping all the time. So I bought one of them. Those are handy, but I'm old time with the rag mop. See, you a good one. I bought the duster thing. And was like, this gonna keep me on point. And it did. I said, what are the tools that I need to help me to keep on point? Because what'll happen is I'll be like, oh, I should be using a rag mop because that's what you're supposed to do if you really doing it. And then I had to say, who is keeping score? You need to do it the way you can get it done. So I gave myself permission to do it whichever way I could get it done. And that's something else that when we facing our fears, we have to stop and give ourselves permission to get it done the way that we need to get it done. It might be the ugly way. It might be like I came rolling and stumbling through this finish line, but look, I got through the finish line. So you have to sit with those things and allow yourself the time and energy to do it the way you need to do. Putting off getting a hose for the yard. Don't know about attachments. Yes. So now that you've identified what that thing, because it's usually just one little small thing. Hey, laissez-faire, how you doing, Heather? There's usually one little small thing that is the hitch. And then you realize once you sit with it and really identify, because a lot of part of the process is giving voice to what is the one thing that's like tripping you up. So for this one, Danny, where it's like it's the attachments. Once you identify it's the attachments that's got me tripped up, then you can do your plan. So for me, when it's something that like I'm like, okay, it's this one part I don't get, I'm either gonna watch a video on YouTube and see some instructions, see some other people do it. I'm gonna go on Amazon and see if they got like the attachments that I need. I'm gonna, I'm then at least I know where to look for to get the answer. Pause. What do you think about time limits on self-reflection though? Because I can navel gaze with the best of them. You know what because that can become see, oh my God, look at that. I'm sorry. They just got some answers. Trina said, Danny, send me the pictures so I can help you. Danny said, I made a plan. Oh my God, this is why we do Sunday check-in. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So to answer your question, I'm on the fence with time limits for self-reflection. Because you a Capricorn too. I'm a Capricorn. I'm slow. So I have to sit with stuff and like work it through, and maybe it's not that, maybe it's this. And then one day I'll just be like, okay, I'm done. Let me go jump into it. And for other people, especially fire and water signs, they be wanting to just jump in it. Like, let's do it. And I'll be like, wait, I need to think about doing it before I do it, because to do it think about, I need to write it down. I gotta meditate on it. Gotta do it. So you have to work within your temperament, right? So if your temperament needs more time to reflect, allow yourself, give yourself permission to have more time. If reflection is not your thing and you'd rather just jump in, give yourself permission that I don't have to sit and plan, but I do have to identify what is the thing that's holding me back from attacking this goal or this chore, whatever it is. Hey, Coolia Herbs, how you doing? Welcome to the Sunday check-in. And everybody, what is your drinking? Because on Sundays we have drinks as we contemplate what are we tackling for this week. Oh, I forgot. Oh, it's almost time. Let me do a card for the week. I almost forgot. All right, what's the card of the week? As we choose something to face our fears, we're going to face at least one thing that we've been putting off for the last few weeks. We're going to face that thing. We're going to make a plan. We're going to reflect on it. We're going to, and I'm going to tell you this. One way to cut back on the reflection time is to make part of the reflection time a deadline for you to start acting. So by next Tuesday, I'm gonna do so and so, so and so. You know what I'm saying? So give yourself a hard start date. Don't change the name. Just put a pronunciation at the back of. No, I'm just playing. Oh, white! Yay! I'm sorry, I got happy. Honeycomb has validated my spirit. Now, last week I had my wine with my ice cubes. And some folks was like, is them ice cubes in your wine? And I was like, yes, it is. That's how we do. And now Honeycomb has had white wine with ice cubes. Because when your wine ain't cold, you need ice cubes. I'm just saying. All right, let me do this card of the day. Oh, we got 1 minute. I'm going to go over. I'm just telling y'all. All right, let's see what the card of the week. Sorry. This is our card of the week. We do a card. So those of you who are new, we do Sunday check-in on Sundays at 7. And we set our week with Sunday check-in. And so in the Sunday check-in, sometimes we have a prayer. And all the time we have the card of the week to let us know what to look out for. This card of the week is the 5 of Swords reversed. Oh, this is a mean card. 5 of Swords reversed. Think about that for a second. So the energy of the 5 of Swords is kind of like bad things or people trying to trip you up behind the scenes. Country folks are repping. So, with the 5 of Swords, something is taken from you behind your back. I need my glasses to look at this. I gotta hear what they're saying with this 5 of Swords reversed. They said that's the card of the week. Let me see if it's positive or negative. Okay, it's positive. Okay, peace and light. So when this card comes up reversed, it is a warning that something is happening behind the scenes that you are not aware of and that will affect you in a detrimental fashion, right? It's something that ain't right in the twizzle. But when it's reversed, you got 2 ways to go with it. And this is telling me it's the positive way. So the negative way is that whatever was taken from you, it causes you strife and you can't get past it. When it is upright, it's saying that whatever was taken from you, whatever it is, that situation that's happening behind the scenes, you're going to become aware of it and you're going to be able to overcome it. It might even be the fact that somebody has taken something from you and will come to you and say, hey, look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. That was dirty. I ain't mean to do that. Let's make up. Let's make amends. So it's a good card when it's reversed and positive. So we are grateful that this is the positive aspect of this card. So how do you apply this card this week? You keep your eyes open for things that are happening behind the scenes. Hey, Bati, you keep your eyes open for people who are smiling in your face, but who may be behind the scenes trying to hold back what it is you're trying to accomplish. And this week, we're focusing on facing our fears and accomplishing a goal that maybe we have been putting off. So we want to keep our eyes open for people who might throw shade, people who might throw a monkey wrench in your game as you're trying to move forward. But know that because this card is reversed, you're going to be able to stiff arm them and move on around and keep going in the direction that you had originally planned. So this is a good card. I'm happy that it is reversed, because if it were upright, then we would have to do some work. That means like some protection work, take a protection bath, light a candle, something like that. What I would do, I mean, if you're doing spiritual stuff, hold on, you could light a white candle for clarity. So to ask for um, the eyes to be able to see what is happening, even behind closed doors. Hold on, pause. Grateful. I'm tired of fighting, but I can keep my eyes open. Reverse is Bay. Girl, let me tell you, I hope you're a girl. Girl or guy, let me tell you, reverse is Bay. We want that card to be uh reverse. And Amma has supplied us with a theme song all the time. They want to take your place, the backstabbers. Backstabbers. So all of that. So this week, as we identify what our goals are and identify that one thing that has been intimidating us, and we're going to buck up and make a plan to check that off of our list. We're also going to be mindful of the people who are around us that might be trying to deter us from being successful. And then we're going to, what card was that? It was the Five of Swords reversed. Five of Swords reverse. So some things you can do with that Five of Swords reverse energy, protection work. So if you have protection things around your house, if you take baths, if you light candles, do protection work. Um, Keep your Florida water with you, because this might be the week that they trying to test you. You know what I'm saying? Keep your eyes and ears open. So, you know, if you took Mama Lewa's spiritual tools class, you know that you can clear your ears out with peroxide to help you to hear with more clarity and to protect yourself from the negative talk that may be around you. So just some things that you can do that are part of your spiritual toolkit, because that's what we talk about, doing the work. And keep your prayers up. Keep your prayers up for guidance. Keep your prayers up for courage and tenacity. Keep your prayers up for the answers to, you know, your problems. So like with Danny, I need help with finding attachments. Boop, here goes somebody on the line like, hey, I'll show you what to get. Keep your prayers up for that kind of assistance. Okay? All right. It has been a wonderful Sunday check-in. I will see you Tuesday on Spiritual Tools Tuesday here on Instagram and YouTube at 8 p.m. Central. All right. Peace, y'all. Bye. Oh, bye, YouTube.